Welcome back, hunters. I made a few switch axe builds last night on stream. We're gonna go over just a raw crit build that I came up with. I'm sure pretty much there's not much variation between these endgames builds, so it's possible somebody else has made the same exact thing. Mine might be a little bit different. Now I want to say that, like, while I do say these builds are powerful because they are, I'm not saying they're meta. There's a lot of people coming in being dickheads like, oh, this is trash, bro, you're not using this ability, this is trash. Well, guess what, Monster Hunter, I'm not some crazy speedrunner. Like, I just want to play the game, hunt and have fun, and use skills that I think are more fun, even if I might kill the monster 30 seconds later than a speedrunner. That's somebody that has maximum damage. Like, great, awesome, that's how you want to play, that's how you want to play. I would rather, especially on switch axe, have evade extender at least level 2, because rolling, you can actually have big movement. Once you play with evade extender and you go back to not having it, you feel like you can't move with the switch axe, and your rolls feel like you go like 2 inches instead of, like, 10 feet. It's crazy. But today we're gonna go over the raw crit switch axe build. I'll throw up some clips now. Big damage. Yeah, those are big numbers. $943 at 60% Affinity. Holy shit. Oh. Why is my stamina so bad? Did my food wore off? Jesus. Yeah, my food wore off. Oops. This is a good time to put on my mantle. I can't? It's not ready yet? Jesus, dude. It's been forever. Oh my goodness, on the wound. All right, so this is what I got. All right, you're gonna go for a Ardian weapon that has blast. This is the only way currently to get a blast switch axe in the game. None of the monsters drop a blast switch axe, so I'm sure once they add monsters we'll get one. But Ardian weapons seem to just be the way to go. So basically, I got some really good rolls on this. I did 2 affinities and 1 attack infusion while I was making it with the parts, and then I got 3 attack and 2 affinity boost on it, on the RNG rolls, which is actually pretty crazy. So this has 735 attack with 25% affinity. Now we are going for a crit build, because right now crit is a lot of people are telling me you gotta do crit, you gotta do crit. It's the meta, so try to crit build. It definitely does more damage. I beat with this build a Chatacabra in 49 seconds, just like the low rank, just to see. My old dragon build did like 58, 59 seconds. And then my dragon crit build did like 52 seconds. Now, a lot of people are talking about switch X skills not working at the moment. Some things do, some things don't. Flare doesn't work. There's a lot of things going on. So these builds could be better in the future once skills are fixed. So keep that in mind. A lot of people are saying focus is just not worth it, and I also learned a new thing about file types that I've been playing switch axe for so long. I had no idea that element files make your amp gauge go up way faster than power files, but then the power files are going to give you more damage. And I see people saying element is good in this game, and I see people saying element is bad. who knows, right? So at this point, I'm just going to make a build and just have fun. If I want to build a fire build, I want to build a lightning thunder build, I want to have an ice build, I want to have a dragon build, I want to have a crit build. I'm just going to make a bunch of builds and just play. Like, so what? If it takes me a little bit longer to kill the monster, I don't care. All right, because some of these effects coming off the switch axe, especially the different elements, like when you use ice, like it's like a frozen blast that comes off. When you use dragon, it's like some crazy red lightning. Like, it's just satisfying. Whatever, I'm just playing the game for fun. Okay, so with that out of the way, blast weapon, Ardian weapon. You're gonna try to get as much attack and affinity as possible. As you can see, I have 4 attack and 4 affinity. Okay, you don't really want the sharpness or elemental boost. It's not going to matter here on the blast weapon. So I have that. And then my head, I have the Dahad Shard Helm Beta for Agitator. Okay. My chest is the Arc Vulcan Mail Beta, weakness exploit. Arms, Guardian Arcveld Van Braces Beta. All right, weakness exploit. All right, there's 3 weakness exploit right there. Kind of, if you want to do damage, weakness exploit is kind of the way to go. Hey, Joe Puppy. For the waist, Arc Vulcan Coil B, another weakness exploit. So we have max weakness exploit with that just right there, okay? Which, weakness exploit. Attacks that hit weak points have 30% increased affinity with an extra 20% on wounds. So you're looking at big damage, all right? You're hitting a monster's weak point. And we have maximum might, so that puts our affinity at 55% when our stamina is full, which is pretty much all the time, because the only thing that drains your stamina is wild swing, and you're really not going to be doing that ever. So you're always going to have 55% affinity with this build. So when you hit a weak point, it goes up to 85. You have the mantle on, you're looking at, I think it's 20 maximum on the mantle, which is 105%. And then you get an extra 20% on the wounds on top of that. So you look at 125%. It gets kind of crazy. All right. I got the Blongo Greaves. I wanted another Agitator. I could have ran another Dahad to get the set bonus, but the set bonus is literally nothing that's ever going to happen. So I was like, I looked for something that gave me something I needed. Plus, I wanted 2 level 2 decoration slots. So I went the old Blongo, and then I'm running the Chain Charm for burst. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of talk about counter, which if we look at temporarily increases attack power after being knocked back. You could get up to plus 25 raw. And I was like, all right, well, sure, if you got a good run and you're dodging and you're countering, you're not getting hit by the monster, this isn't going to matter. Sure, most people are going to get hit and knocked back, so it'll take an effect. But supposedly, if you successfully counter, I don't know if it works with offsets, but supposedly if you sword counter successfully, you'll get this 25 raw for, like, what is it, 45 seconds, I think. So it's actually good. So a lot of people are running Counter Strike. So if you sword counter, extra damage. So something to keep in mind. I don't have that on this build. Like I said, I'm trying not to like copy other people and stuff, but eventually I'll do some like, oh, this is meta build from whoever, let's try it out, right? This is kind of what I have come up with. So always run the Corrupted Mantle, because it sucks that it doesn't reset. Like, I feel like if you fast travel back to a base camp, it should reset, right? If you're out hunting, you're in the wild, whatever, right? But there's times where, like, I want to test the damage with the Corrupted Mantle. I'll use it. It runs out. I literally, it feels like I got to wait 20 minutes for it to come back. It's honestly insane. So, yeah. All right. But let's get to decorations. So, on the weapon, Critical Jewel 3. Okay. At level 5, increases damage up by critical hits to 40%. Base is 25% on crits. With this, we get to 40%. Now, like I said, with the affinity, this at maximum can get like to 125% affinity. You're pretty much going to be critting all the time with this build with how it's set up. So having this to do more damage on the crits is huge. I'm running Quick Switch 3. Now, I've seen videos of people breaking this down, and it's supposed to be speed plus 30% while you're doing pretty much like your transition morph attacks. And people are saying it actually is taking more frames instead of less frames. I don't know. It seems like a lot of stuff is bugged right now with Switch Axe. I'm running Rapid Morph. You can also run, people are saying don't run Focus right now. It does give you more, especially with a power file, but it's not enough to make a difference, I feel like. Enhancer is a big one. Power Prolonger. This is really good. I think Amp State lasts around like 40-45 seconds, and with this it lasts around 90 seconds, and you can just full release slash until the fucking just forever. I like to run Power Prolonger on all my Switch Axe builds if I can. Honestly, I probably should run this over the quick switch, but this is what I have right now, so that's an option for you. As far as armor on my helmet, I'm running Mighty Jewel 2. Now Mighty Jewel, well, if your stamina is kept full for a period of time, you can have 30% affinity. Now, evading, dodge rolling, you're going to lose stamina. But while you're standing there attacking, this is always going to be on. You're always going to have, this will put you at the 55% pretty much all the time. All right, so keep that in mind. You're going to want 3 Mighty Jewels so you can get that 30%. Me personally, okay, with Switch Axe, having Jumping Jewel with the Evade Extender, at least at level 2, if you want to squeeze level 3, go for it. Makes Switch Axe feel so good. I played with this on a build for like 20 hours, and then I made a build. I think it was one of my crit builds last night, and I did not use Jumping Jewel. It felt like shit. I don't know if I can play Switch Axe without Jumping Jewel anymore. So that's just personal preference. You can change Jumping Jewel to something else if you want to run like Counter-Strike or I don't know, whatever you want. Flare, up to you right now, because supposedly Flare is not working as intended. Supposedly level 2 Flare is the only one that works right now. 1, 3, 4, and 5 literally seem like they do nothing according to people that have tested it. So personal preference, I guess. Another Mighty. I have 3 Protection Jewels. Completely up to you. This will give you Divine Blessing, and could be a lifesaver if you're just a casual, or you're not great at, because the counters are hard to land on Switch Axe, especially offset since it's so slow. This will give you Divine Blessing. It's just like a nice comfy thing to have. I have the Adapt Jewel, which basically nullifies hot and cold effects. If you don't want to run that, you can just pop hot and cold drinks. Medicine Jewel, I just threw on there. Honestly, I didn't know what else to put on there. And then I have Mighty and Jumping again, okay? But yeah, that's this build. It is just a pure raw, and I had the chain. We went over that. This is just a pure crit build, just raw crit, I think is what they're calling it. Could be, obviously, like I said, it's not, none of my builds are going to probably be meta, right? I'm just a guy out here having fun with the game, playing what I like, okay? It's still very powerful. It does good damage. The crits are really insane with it, and it's quite fun. So, anyway, I got a dragon crit build coming up. It's kind of like my first dragon build that I released 2 days ago, and it's kind of like more crit based, and I can't really tell if it does more. It seems like it might do a little bit more damage, but it is what it is. And then I got a paralysis build coming as well that we tested last night. I think it's in a good spot. But anyway, you know the drill. Subscribe, come back. See you on the next one.